Today we are joined for a special episode of reacting to episode 1. We've got Trez and Juan joining us today.
All I wanna know is, are you the one? Gonna find my perfect match and sit back, relax and put the love on.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Trez. How was it for you to get onto the show, Are You the One UK?
My process happened like really quickly. So I got approached to apply. So that happened on the Thursday. The next Thursday I got confirmed for the show, and the next Thursday I flew out.
Wow.
So like everything happened, which is probably a good thing, because then I didn't have like time to like sit and overthink it.
Probably process.
Yeah, exactly.
What the viewers don't know is that we had to spend 2 weeks in self-isolation, which was an absolute nightmare. I mean, it was a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
But any sort of 5-star hotel, we've spent 2 weeks in the same bedroom.
You get sick of it.
I loved
You
it.
get sick.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, like I'm an only child, like, so I'm kind of used to spending time by myself. But I just did like workouts and sunbathed.
How many workouts can you do?
I did like 2 a day.
2 a day. Okay, but that's like an hour. Okay, that's 2 hours of your day.
But there's like, you can do TikTok dance workouts.
TikTok.
So you've now perfected your TikTok.
No.
What we're going to do today is we're going to react to episode 1. We obviously saw it yesterday, but it was a crowd full of people. There was a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
There were emotions as well. How are you recovering from yesterday?
I'm good. It was good. I enjoyed it, but you know, stuff happens.
It's weird how some things have carried off from TV until now.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, some people still hold grudges. But no, have to wait and see what happens. As I said, it was enjoyable, but when the mixture of alcohol, emotions, and TV don't mix.
You ready
Right,
to
here we
meet
go.
new boys? Oh, I need a nervous way.
So this is the moment we all arrived. We haven't met the girls yet. We were all on the bus. I remember this, walking onto the bus, seeing you, seeing all the boys, and going, this is gonna be a laugh. What was it like for you with the girls?
Yeah, same as, like, obviously we weren't allowed to speak to each other, so we all had to like awkwardly like just sit there, and we were all wearing those really heavy duty face masks as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? The big white one.
But with all the makeup,
I know.
Yeah, you guys must have been like...
And it was so warm as well. I was like, I'm not built for this.
Because this is when the first dates were being chosen.
Josh.
Hi there.
So Josh, congratulations, you're a couple, you've bagged yourself a date.
I was lucky enough to go on a first date.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a weird one because you're separated from the group from the get-go, and then everyone else gets to bond whilst you have a one-on-one with a person. So if they are your perfect match, it's great because you get to spend time with them. But if they're not, then you're spending time.
But then I feel as if the good thing about a date is obviously it's one-on-one, and you kind of realise if there's a potential match there, and if not, you just cross it off. It sounds bad, but you have to move on.
Well.
That's a bit weird, though, don't you think? Is that suave? Is that one of your moves, Juan?
No, unfortunately, I'd rather get rejected
Than smell an armpit.
smell an armpit. Yeah, especially on like second day, first date.
I don't really know anyone that would willingly smell an armpit though.
Especially when they're sunbathing. Of course, you don't want to be sweaty when you sunbathe.
But you know, it's so funny because we're out on dates, we're doing things, there's so many things happening in the house that we're not aware of. I've only seen episode 1, to be honest. I haven't seen the rest yet.
No.
I've watched the whole
You've watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest, she didn't even watch it properly.
Me, Thea and Vic all sat and watched it. Like, so when it was released, we sat till 6:30 in the morning and watched it.
So that's really why the emotions were like that yesterday.
Yeah.
It's because people were aware of things.
Exactly. I don't see. That's what caused it.
I texted him.
The
and I was
girls being impatient caused all this tension. She texted me yesterday morning. You made me look very, very muddy. I was like, excuse me.
like,
Like how? Watch it. Let's watch it weekly.
Yeah. Did Jacob and Vic kiss on day 1? That
Or
was...
was
No,
that day
that's
two?
day two.
That's day 2.
It's the way it works in TV. It's
One
a bit of a-
episode
bit
took
of
us
a-
2 days.
But you know, in France, it's the opposite. In France, when we film reality TV, 1 day of filming is 2 days on air. They split in half. So that's when we were filming this, I thought this is gonna be a really long show. This season is actually jam-packed with things.
Yeah.
So you take 2 days, cram it into 1.
yeah, like they've missed like so much. Like there's so much edited out. Like
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like even moments that we thought were like obviously like quite important, like they've just
It's interesting because when we're in there, we're not thinking about storyline, but
They
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
give a storyline.
exactly, they have to go, okay, which story is interesting? We're going to follow this one.
Yeah.
You think you could be there saying, oh, I'm saying the best punchlines of my life, she's falling for me.
Yeah.
It's not going to be on
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Because it's not part of the interesting storyline. Let's see what your first conversation is like and see if there are many more after.
We've cracked on so much today, I didn't even ask you this. What is your type?
I like something that makes me laugh.
I can see the hand. Look at that, already making connection there.
What can I say? Just slowly and steadily.
You're very suave, Juan.
oh god.
How were you feeling in that moment?
Had you already fallen for me then?
Oh god, here he goes. He actually made me sick. I actually don't even know. It's just so weird. Especially like I have been like just living back home in Ireland. Like I feel like I hadn't met that many boys
Right.
in like that length of time to like actually just be sitting like cracking on with people was like this is weird.
Were you feeling confident? Were you a bit like holding yourself back? Were you able to like let go from day one, or was it more of a gradual thing where over time you were feeling more like yourself?
Yeah, do you know what? I did hold back a bit at the start. Do you remember that? I think you're just so aware of like that you're in a TV show and stuff, and then that just goes out the window,
Yeah.
and then like you just get stuck in, and then obviously your emotions are like times by like 100.
I think I saw it in the mornings of how people were waking up, how much of a fuck we were stopping to give.
Yeah.
In the first day, it's like, oh, I give so many fucks about how I look.
Yeah.
And then by like the end of the week,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
like,
You're like,
oh, fuck
yeah.
this shit.
We were
you know?
so grumpy in the morning.
Do you remember the one thing that I hated was day one? I think they didn't turn on the AC.
aircon.
It was a sauna.
It was
Yeah, that was
disgusting.
disgusting.
And then the next day, once we complained, they had it on, and it was an igloo.
Yeah.
I remember being in there going,
It was so, it wasn't a perfect balance.
no,
You didn't like the bed sheets either.
I hated the bed sheets.
I remember. I need my Egyptians.
I never said I need Egyptian cotton. I never said Egyptian cotton, but they were very scratchy.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd finished so tired.
I just passed out
touched the
every
bed,
night, yeah.
Pass out.
Oh, I completely agree. What's so great about this conversation is people don't know if you two are a perfect match or not. It's just
Maybe
like,
we are,
maybe
maybe
you're
we're
not.
It could be my match, it could be Josh's match.
The game has to be stepped up.
How was it for you to be in what we call the MIV room? That's like the interview room.
At the start, it's weird. It's quite different because obviously you have to sit down on the couch. Then a voice out of nowhere appears. Hi Juan, how you doing? So we're gonna talk about this, that, and then I'm like, yeah. And there was days where you're so tired, but they're like, more energy, please.
Yeah.
More energy. Okay, guys. So yeah, it was amazing. This.
Because you have to tell what happened and you have to be in the emotional state in which it happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And it's hard because sometimes it'll be at the start of the day, then you have to go to MIV at 1 a.m.
Yeah. And also, like, if you just had an argument or something, there's been drama, you call, oh, can you go to MIV, please?
And it's also about 100 degrees.
It's really hot in there.
Yeah.
So those can of water sprays, and I'll just spray myself with
Yeah.
water.
Oh, yeah,
Just to
I
like
remember
cool off
them.
before
There was
going in.
like wooden plates, like just round the corner before you go into
you were
it.
fanning
Always
yourself.
lift it one before I
Did
went
you
in.
notice there's a camera in the bathroom that was upstairs? Have you ever gone
Yeah.
to that?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Basically, we have cameras everywhere. Everywhere. But they're not in the actual toilet cubicles.
Yeah.
But in that toilet, there is a camera up there.
Yeah.
So if you ever go to the toilet
Oh,
there...
I used it.
So I know that we just have to wear microphones all the time. So
Yeah.
I used to take it off before I would pee, and then like I just got bored of it. So I used to sing Shania Twain. I was like, hey,
I
I'll
would
go for a
turn it
pee.
off and they would never notice.
So I was like, let's go, girls.
Go good.
I never thought of that.
And then as I was finished, put it back on.
I didn't care, mate.
Yeah.
I let them know what I'm getting up to.
Yeah, but you know, when you're in the bathroom, you're like, I want
Yeah,
a little
a bit
hint
of
of privacy,
Yeah.
please, you know? So when we put Tasha and Joshy in a truth booth, did you think they were a perfect match?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. When they went in the truth booth, do you think they were like, oh fuck, if we are a match, we'll
We
be
have to
off?
leave already.
They were delighted they weren't a match.
Yeah.
Like delighted.
I would have been the same, because it means day one, you're out,
Yeah,
you've
you
missed
can't be out.
so much.
Yeah.
So all that hard work, the quarantine, everything.
But it's not yet the casting. But the worst part is as well that you're not part of the team anymore. So to help with the matchmaking,
Yeah.
You miss the full journey, the full experience,
And
the
the dates.
gossip of what's going
Yeah.
on.
you can't go on dates.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly, and that's part of it. You found the one.
Right. Oh, that would have been a disaster.
So expensive.
I'm I'm shitting myself. What?
Ah, please don't be a match.
We dragged ourselves in here, man. Oh, she could actually be my match.
The excitement there in the room when we sent them in.
Yeah.
It was our first experience of the truth booth. We didn't know what to expect. All right, so this is the moment now when we are arriving at our first matchup ceremony.
You must correctly identify all 10 perfect matches. Not to worry, you get another chance next time.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was all rigged.
Did you?
I thought, ad production, it's TV, they'll sort us out. Because you know we have to give who our first options
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
If someone takes the girl you wanted, you have to tell them who your second option
Yeah.
How
would
many
be.
options was it? Was there 3 options or 4?
Sometimes you got asked to do 10.
First night, I didn't remember the name of the person I put up first. I was like, oh, what's her name? Okay, thank you so much. It was Tafika.
Oh, the shoes.
I saw this blowing up on Twitter about me getting roasted about my shoes, and I completely forgot about that. I was like, what the hell?
That was so funny. It was so out the blue.
I know.
Just used to up there in front of everyone, in front of Joella.
And then she just roasts me. Absolutely sauteed me.
you're-
How was it in heels just standing there?
My bag was broke, I swear. It was so sore. And them chairs aren't even comfy either. They're super uncomfy too.
Yeah. So in the original, I think the people that are standing up choose.
Yeah.
But for us,
We chose this
we
one.
chose, yeah.
It's actually quite stressful because you're like, I don't know anyone here. I've made a few connections.
Yeah.
Who's gonna choose me? I was actually relieved when we were doing the choosing
Because we are in control.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
Being the last person standing up there as well is like, even though like you know someone's gonna pick you, like just
Yeah.
being the last person is
It
like
just sucks.
yeah.
You think so much that I'm not good looking enough.
You really do.
So many things come across your head.
Yeah.
Actually, just before going on the show, I had a massive acting breakout because of 2 weeks in the hotel room, like my self-confidence was like just at an
Down.
all-time low.
And especially the fact that we couldn't get our hair cut.
Couldn't get nails done.
Like,
That was not my concern.
Couldn't
the
get my
nail problem.
legs
Yeah.
waxed. Like
yeah, well.
Your dad. Yeah, I didn't think of that, but
Because,
yeah.
of-
Did you work out?
no.
It's so hot.
So I didn't work out. I was eating carbs. I actually was like 10 ton Trez. Swear.
Because honestly, for the 2 weeks before we were on there, I was like dieting so hard for
Yeah.
TV. You get in there, you're like, oh sure, I'll do it for the montage.
Yeah,
Film
yeah.
me, do it for 5 minutes.
I remember us guys would work out until we got the pump.
You've been on a date.
The date was actually really interesting.
That was my way of saying, I used the word interesting
Yeah.
to mean the opposite of what I was trying to say.
But you need to sound like a gentleman.
I had a connection with someone and I want to get to know them a bit better. My perfect match is the beautiful Tafika.
I'm gonna just say this right now. I'm gonna say this right now.
Right, go say it with your
Go on,
chest.
yeah,
Go
say
on,
it.
say it with your chest.
Say it on my chest. I was trying to play to the game as well with this. I'm not revealing anything.
Okay.
Whereas I'm like, this could be a game in the sense that I'm going for someone who's completely the opposite.
Yeah.
I remember that everyone thought that at one point.
Yeah.
That we were like, you know what, let's all go for our opposite.
But how was
Yeah.
it when you saw us walk in? Like, was it like, oh wow?
It's like as if he's walked in slow-mo.
Really?
Wow.
Because I remember you guys were back to us as we were walking in,
Oh,
and we were
yeah.
checking out all the bums. We're like, who's got a nice bum? Who's got a nice
I
bum?
remember that.
And then we saw you for the first time, and we're like, oh, these girls are stunning. And I was like, hello, girls. And it was so cold, the response. You guys were all sitting there on the floor after we had wrapped the first
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. We have been told not to speak to you.
And we started talking.
And we did, and they were like, shh. I was trying not to get those
And you were
boob
sweating.
sweats.
Yeah, and you
I
were
was
like,
going,
you were going there for
fuck no.
So Tafika, are you happy?
Sorry guys, but I got the ick for shoes, for certain shoes.
Listen, I was such a gentleman in that moment.
You handled that so well.
Josh's shoes.
Yeah, I'm very specific with shoes, sorry.
Well, listen, if it's only the shoes, then like,
Yeah, it's only-
we're
it's
doing
only
all
the
right.
Well,
So polite.
well, let's lock it in.
What's that for a hand compared to yours?
Whose hand?
To figures.
This is tiny.
You should have said that. You got ugly shoes, you've got massive hands.
Honestly,
It looks like it there.
oh my god.
I think it's the nails.
The nails make them look.
That's so bad.
It's like a dinosaur. A bit. It's not rude. They're
Not
bigger
really
than the
large.
screen.
I think they should have done an extension for her hand.
Stop! That's so mean.
This is because she's roasted my shoes. That was our incredible reaction to episode 1. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this very special episode. Check out their Instagrams. I'll put them down here. They're super cool. Go follow them. And also make sure you go listen to the song Are You the One? Because that song is an absolute jam. It's probably out by the time you see this. Link in description. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week.